I'm just a girl that just wants the best for herself and wants to show up authentically herself wherever she goes. I have a physical disability. It's called right-sided hemiparesis. The right side of my body is weaker than the left side of my body, so it's kind of mini paralyzed.
Use your right hand.
No, I can shake you, I can hold your hand, but
Yeah.
that's about it. I can't really do much.
Do you feel like sometimes people pity you?
Yeah, they're so encompassing, like the empathy side, which I really do appreciate, but I'm also trying to raise awareness. I like to feel capable, not limited. My disability limits me. I use one hand.
Has your disability given you anything to be grateful
Oh,
for?
most definitely. Like my platform, for instance. Somebody asked me, one of my friends asked me, he said, Tanto, if you could change anything, I will change it. I was like, no.
No?
No. The stigma in the country where I'm from is definitely intense. I don't care about the discrimination, the stereotype, the stigma. You're gonna see me on your page, okay?
Period.
Okay, I'm just Tanto, there's one of one.
Hi guys, welcome to the podcast. So I always do this thing where I'll have like an intro, but I kind of want it to be different this time around, and I just want us to get into it.
Okay.
Tanto, hi. Hi guys. So before we get into the episode, I have a little huge favor to ask of you. Over the years, I've learned that closed mouths don't get fed. So this is me opening my mouth with the hopes that you'll feed me to stupor. If you as little as enjoyed this show, please like, share, and subscribe. It gives me the extra motivation that I need to keep going because I really want to be doing this for a very, very long time. Okay, thank you. Let's get back to the show.
Hi, Mory.
Thank you for coming on the podcast.
Thank you.
This is your sweater. You give me before you go.
I try.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing well. I'm great. I'm great.
Yeah, so let's start like this.
Yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Tanto Lua. I am a girl. I'm just a girl.
We're all just girls, us girls.
Literally, I'm just a girl that just wants the best for herself and wants to show up authentically herself wherever she goes. That comes in different spheres of life, but that's just who I am. I'm Tanto, I'm joy, I'm peace, I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm intellectual, I'm emotionally intelligent. I'm just Tanto, There's one of one.
The number one, the only one.
Period.
Tanto, baby, don't stop. Purr. She does that in all her videos. I always look for Tanto, baby, don't stop. Purr.
Only by the grace of God.
I love it.
Thank you.
So Tanto, you do have a disability.
Oh yeah.
What kind?
So I have a physical disability. It's called right-sided hemiparesis. So basically what that means...
Sorry, right-handed...
Right-sided.
Right-sided.
Hemiparesis.
Hemiparesis.
So I have a YouTube video on this already, just describing the know of everything, but I'll just do it here again. So basically, it's basically when the right side... we have two sides of our brain.
Yeah.
So we have the left and the right. And the right controls... the left controls the right. Here, I'm not bad. Let me just keep going. So basically, the right side of my body is weaker than the left side of my body. So it's kind of mini paralyzed. Okay. So there's basically some nerve ending issues, basically. So I'm not able to do a lot of things with my right side. It's still somewhat functional, and I'm on a very high functioning side. Okay. But it does affect my day-to-day life. And I've had a lot of things come with that, growing up, coming into adulthood, different things. Yeah.
You've always had the diagnosis?
Oh, most definitely. It's been since birth. I got the diagnosis when I was 1 year old. Yeah, and then since then, I'm now 28, so it's not new, but it definitely poses new challenges every single day. I'm like, oh.
So you can't use your right hand. You can't use the right side of your body.
Yeah, so even my left. So my left is definitely functional, able, and my right hand is kind of disabled type. Yeah, so even with shoes, it's a certain type of shoes that I can wear. I'm a baddie, I like looking good, but my disability definitely limits that, because there's some hairstyles I want to do that I'm not able to do. There's some shoes I want to wear that I can't wear. I can't wear heels, for instance. It has to be block heels. And sometimes the block heels, it can be a little granny, depending on the style. So trying to find what will look nice on me, and it's a lot more. We can spend the whole day here. Yeah.
Wow, and that must be a lot for you. I can't even begin to imagine. But at what point did you realize that the world saw you differently?
Oh, okay. That's such a good question. You're actually really great at this, Mory.
Thank you.
So I grew up in a very, very loving family. Like my mom is like, shout out to Yadora, wherever she is. I hope she watches this. She's really great. She was a single mom, but she's above her, like in terms of accessibility in Nigeria at the time, she was above at her time. She was, what's the word? Above her time or beyond her time. She knew like so.
She was ahead?
She was ahead. She was ahead, exactly. She was ahead of her time. She was really sweet, very comfortable, made me really confident. So as a child, like I didn't think I was different. I didn't think I was different. My siblings were so kind. So basically, as a child, I also have like I always liked to cook. So my mom had like accessible like at the time non-stick pots were good for you, but now they're not that great. But like stuff that will not make things hot.
Yeah.
She would buy them because she knew I liked to cook. She would also get like our tiles on the floor were like in my bath specifically was very grip tiles. So even if I fell, she was very careful about me falling because that would make things worse. So it was really great at home. That's why I'm really confident because I've always been instilled that I was so beautiful, I was so great at everything I did. That changed in middle school or kindergarten. Because kids are mean. And one thing, you guys, as parents, I'm not a parent, I want to be one day, like tell your children that it's okay to be different. When you see someone different in school, don't be like mean, don't be nasty, because it does affect them and it goes on to, adulthood. And they have to deal with that trauma by themselves. So as parents, just, tell it's okay to be different and unique. It's not a problem.
So in middle school?
In middle school, so I went to school, obviously. I went to
in
Nigeria. I went to school in Nigeria. And then I noticed that like people were acting weird because like my hand was like this. So if you see me regularly on a normal day, you wouldn't think that something's wrong, like you will not notice. Or I feel like only doctors or people that are very observant that kind of see, oh yeah, her hand is folded. Also, I asked myself 2 years, like 2-3 years ago, nobody kind of knew what was going, like nobody until, oh yeah, it makes sense now. So that was when everything started and then the bullying started.
You were bullied?
Oh, girl. So I was bullied throughout primary school and throughout secondary school till grade 9, so it's just 3. And then I was like, you know what? You guys, Mama's showing. So I think grade 9, so SS1 was when I was like, you know what, like, I'm not the one, the 2 or the 3. So I took my power back, but definitely was bullied. There's some people that were very nice to me. And that's what I'm saying, that like my best friend right now, Rimike, we went to the same high school together and she was never mean to me. So it's like, there are kids like that. So it's not just, oh, they were kids. People knew what they were doing. I've forgiven everybody that was like, because I'm in a better place, I'm impacting the world, so that doesn't matter anymore. But it definitely does affect, and it definitely shows up in different areas of my life, even till today. So I was definitely bullied. Like some girl literally called me an imbecile when I was in just 1. And I've forgiven her, nothing against her, but like, she's like, are you an imbecile? And I'm like, huh? Like, how you gonna ask me that kind of question? Like, and then I'm back crying and calling my mom, because I was like, wait, what is happening? Because my mom...
So all this while, at home, you didn't know anything was wrong with you?
I knew, no, I've always had a disability.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always knew, but like, my parents, even till today, like, my little brother, I've had to have a question with my mom, Toby, I know that you don't see me as that, but I need help. So now, I need you to change the way you thought before that, okay, Bukun needs help. My name is actually Bukonlua, right? And then the thing about it is like, I think for the longest time, I was trying to prove people wrong. So even when I needed help, I would not ask. Until like 4 years ago, then I was like, you know what? I've tried. I need help. I need community. I need things to be done. And if I need to ask, I'll ask. Even when I went to culinary school in Canada here in 2017, like obviously Canada is more accessible as well, right? So coming here was definitely the best decision for me, as like coming, like, because the stigma in the country where I'm from is definitely intense. So basically, when I was in school, they asked for accessibility. So when I was using knives, different type of styles of culinary to cut. But I was like, oh no, it's okay. And the man was just looking at me like, why? Like, why are you not like? And then for 2 years I was in that school, I didn't ask. But after then, 2021, I was like, something just moved. It's like, girl, like you've proved yourself, you've created, you've done everything that they wanted you to do. Not my mom and the family, but like the world on the outside, right? And it's time for you to just ask if you need it, basically. And that's been, yeah.
I can't even imagine what you must have gone through in Nigeria because, like, Nigeria is everything is vibes.
Yeah.
Like, even when somebody is shaming you, they don't even think of it as bad. Because I remember growing up and obviously nothing compared to what you went through.
Yeah.
But they will call me like Afi. They will call me like Afi. Oh, no, it's okay. It's okay. They'll call me like Afi or like weird names. But also, there was love at home for me.
Yeah, that's very important.
And my mouth was sharp, so I would always fight back, right? So I was not really bully material.
Yeah.
And I think I've been able to deduce that I feel like as long as the child has love at home.
Yeah, and that's why it's very important for parents to love their children and profess the love. Not just say, I love you, but tell them that you love me. Same way as you. I was not like, I used to talk back, but people were relentless.
Yeah.
So they will continue. So like this is like, I'm very like, if you say A, I'll say B, C, D, E, F, G.
Yeah, that helps you against bullies.
Yeah. But like, I feel like people still. And then shout out to this girl, I always shout out to her. Her name is Gimi Emeka. She was one of my seniors in school. And then she used to like, so there's all these events that we used to do, like best in this, blah, blah, blah. So there was one day she did like, she was a social prefect. So she did like a thing of like most down to earth, like most jovial and stuff. And it was me and I was so surprised. And the whole school stood up. And that was the turning point of my life in high school. And everyone started being, oh, she's so cool. Oh, she's so pretty. I'm like, Shoji, basically what that means, like, were you blind? Didn't you see? Like, and stuff like that. So that girl really did on what's it called, and basically sometimes even our culture is somewhat ableist. Even me sometimes, even just now what I just said right now is not okay because there are blind people, right? So like it's very important to keep on, even if you are disabled or living with a disability, that's a better word. Also, there's a lot of things that people say wrong, and giving grace and correcting in love is very important because like I had aunties that would be like, oh, slow, like she's using her left hand. My mom is like, okay, so, like...
You can clearly see something's wrong with the...
Yeah.
Can you use your right hand?
No, I can shake you, I can hold your hand, but that's about it. I can't really do much. I can support it, right? So, like, that would really upset me, like, even when I was growing up. My mom... my mom don't play about me.
Yeah.
So, if an adult comes and says anything, it's like, okay, like, I didn't have to think, she has my back, she has my back.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, she'll be like, okay, like she can't greet you with her left hand. Should she kill us? Like what can she do? Like you could be observing. Yeah. And so she'd always like it's like I'm not care. You can't really mess with her. Not because she spoiled me because I'm pretty irresponsible, but like she just cared for me that much. Even to today, like even when I'm going back home to Nigeria, sometimes I'm like Like, because it's like now, because I've even come to Canada, I've been here for 10 years now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, she's westernized. And like, so I'm very socially inclined. So a lot of things don't sit well with me in the Nigerian. I love being Nigerian, but a lot of things don't sit well.
Like what things?
Like, a lot of things like, okay, like with women especially, like I'm not a fan of like, just a lot. And like, even like the way people of less privilege are treated, like there's so much classism in that. Less privileged are treated, like, having someone that's helping, maybe like your chef, but it's like you shout at them, you scream. I'm just like, okay, like I know they can be wrong, but like it's the way you correct people that is I know people in Nigeria too are like, I know, but like it's just a way to like talk to people. And talk about classism is not just from the rich, everybody is classist. So even people that you think that are less privileged or poor, like they still have that mentality. Like when I get rich, I'm gonna stomp, and I don't like that at all. Yeah.
So did your disability have anything to do with you coming to Canada?
Oh no, I've always wanted to come to the States. Actually, my family lives in the States. My family, they're mostly American. So like I was gonna go there, but I had a really disturbing experience which I don't want to get into. in the States, and then I realized when I was in grade 9, I was like, Mommy.
Okay, so you went to the US?
Yeah, I used to live in the US for a time. I've lived in a lot of places. So I lived in the US for some time.
Okay.
My mom's sister is there. So I lived there with her and I'm going to just be there.
Yeah.
But my mom came back to pick me because my mom's sister, great at everything. But like, there's a difference when you're young and you have your mom taking care of you.
Yeah.
Especially when someone that, if you're type of like special in a sense. So it's like, I started becoming a little rude and everything. I'm so happy they shipped me back because it made me to who I am today. And now I know like it's difference between right and wrong and like just having more culture and more being more in
so
myself.
So you went back to Nigeria?
Yeah, I was in America for like 6-7 months and then like I went back to Nigeria.
Okay.
And I continued my life. And then in grade 9, my mom actually listens to us as children. So I was like, I want to go to Canada in grade 9. Because I was going to go back to the States. I'm like, I don't know, the gun violence, I'm not really a fan of. And something happened that kind of made me say that, you know what, I don't want to be here. And my mom had nobody in Canada. And she's like, okay, sure. And then after school, I failed math. I failed WAEC. I didn't fail WAEC. I failed math in WAEC. And I was like, what am I going to do? And I was like, Mommy, I still want to go to Canada. She's like, okay, now let's go. And then we figured out the way. And then I came to grade 12 and I was in Winnipeg, Manitoba, very cold place. I did grade 12 and then I moved to
You were alone?
Yeah, I lived with something called homestay. So basically the government of Canada or Manitoba, the people that volunteers to be like, because I was a minor, I was 17 at the time, to live with international exchange students, basically.
Okay.
So I was there for like 8 months, did my grade 12 and I moved.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was living with like an adult, yeah, like a white woman, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel like sometimes people pity you?
Yeah, and okay, especially with my content. So 2 years ago, I started to, because I'm really big on awareness on disability, because as a content curator, I'm a very creative person. I put a lot of work in my content, and I like storytelling. But my disability limits me a lot when it comes, because I use one hand. So not the way you can just put something, like put your phone there, or maybe you have something here and you're using this hand, you know, you want to use this hand to, some shots I can't take, and that limits me. So I'm like, and I think in the content atmosphere, I don't see people with disability like that, or high functioning disability girlies. I create content for the girlies mostly. So it's like, I see someone on a wheelchair, I really empathize with them, but I'm also on the extreme whereby like, first sight, you can see, but there's honestly like daily struggles that is also really like, a lot, right? So it's like, that's why I started creating. So basically, when I started talking about my disability, I'm trying to raise awareness, right? But people are like, we love you, we do this. I'm like, ask a question. Like, I even put prompts in the caption that like, oh, is there anything you guys would like to know, any myths or anything? But like, they're so encompassing, like the empathy side, which I really do appreciate. But I'm also trying to raise awareness. And it's always like, oh, Tanto, you're so strong, you're so resilient. I'm like, thanks, but like, that's not the...
So what kind of help do you think, instead of pitying you, how do you think people should act towards you?
Like no,
people with
very normal. Yeah,
generally?
like generally with someone with disability, the things I would say, like honestly, I'm not like the big spokesperson here because like I'm pretty high functional. But what I would say is like, also, first of all, if you have a question, ask them. Like, oh, what's wrong with like your hand? Like directly ask. I mean, for me, it works for me. Some people are not.
Because I was going to say, that can come off sometimes.
Yeah.
For somebody who's not ready to share.
Yeah, and like, it's like if you don't mind,
okay.
you know, for me, I don't like you. Don't stare at me. I'm not like don't stare at me.
Yeah, Tanto, but like.
Like people stare and it's weird. Mory.
Yeah. Okay, I think they're the weird stares.
Yeah, like the stare. So even on when I do a lot of TikTok lives, when I'm on TikTok live, I literally be like, I'm like, if you have any question, ask me directly. So I rather you ask. Also, when it comes to help, I like to feel capable, not limited. So if you're this is a personal experience. This is not all side fits all. So make sure that you kind of study people that you're around. Also, if you don't know the person, there's not really need asking what's wrong. Like, it's not your business. Like, I think you're being a little nosy. So there's no need for that. But if it's someone that you are around a lot, a lot of my friends took their time. Didn't notice it took their time, and when they came off, it's like, oh, Tanto, I don't mean to pray. And I'm like, please pray, ask, right? So that is something that I would say. So basically, if you want to ask me for help, as I was saying, ask me, are you okay? One of my friend, Farisola, she like, can I help you? And if I say no, it's no. Because if I say no, and you keep asking me, and you keep trying to help me, then I feel weird. I'm like, you don't want me, like, am I a child? Like, you don't want me to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
So even in dating as well, that's something that comes up as well. Like, it's like, okay, if I need help, I'll ask. Sometimes I may be a little like vulnerable, so you can kind of tell in the time, like, okay, this guy actually needs help. So first I come back again and be like, Tanto, do you need help? Or then I come and say, Tanto, do you need help? And they'll help. So it's like asking me, without just they don't just drag the pillow from me and be like, okay, let me help you. Like that would make me feel like really weird, and I was literally start crying because I'd be crying a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically how to ask for help. Yeah, mostly just be patient, be kind, like just be like, oh, girl, do you need anything? Can I help you? And if someone says no, like even when I see someone in a wheelchair in like TCC, if they say no, I'm literally on the sidewalk watching. If you say that they're really struggling, I'm like, oh, can I call the official to help you? Because they are more. Don't just push somebody into the like.
Yeah.
Like it's not cute. It's not nice. And there are people that are trained for this as well. So it's like, because I'm obviously, because it's something I go through every day. When I see people, I'm more inclined to them, but it's the way I react, so they don't feel like I'm babying. No one wants to feel babied as it. Like there's so many, no one wants to feel babied.
What would you say is the major challenge that you face typically? Like some of maybe top 5 major challenges that you face as?
So limitation. So just doing daily duties. I'm busybody. I don't like sitting up. I don't like office job. I like to make sure. So typing is a big thing. That's why you see me sending voice notes, and then I have to tell people that I'm not trying to be unprofessional. It's just more accessible for me. So everyone is like, I'll send an email and then trying to see. So typing, cutting and prepping food. Oh my God, I'm going on a wellness journey right now. But before I kind of found my rhythm, bro, Mory, I would literally cook, and then for the next 1 week, I'll be in serious pain.
Wow.
This hand will be swelling, my back will be hurting, and me also, like, I like to do things. I'm not someone that sits. I'm not like I work with my hands. I'm smart with my hands, right? So that would be like the thing that would do that. So prepping food daily, like make it, for example, busting up. So basically daily things. Beauty, for instance, like this is another challenge. I know it's kind of like, it's not the most like...
Did you say beauty?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's not like the most, oh my God, but I like to look nice. So like, I feel like sometimes coiling my hair would be a major challenge. Also in the work environment, when I was working the 9 to 5, it took me a while to actually put on my thing because I was unemployed for a while, and I was like, oh, okay, I don't want to put my disability on this file. I would say no. But I did my research, and I realized that there's actually a quota for employers to hire somewhat of disabled people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, girl, you're literally working against yourself here. So I started putting it, and then some companies also that obviously I didn't have time to sue them. Like there was a time like they would be like, oh yeah, you need to type faster, and I'm like, I can't. This is what I can do, or they will not give me an economic assessment.
This was before or after you got?
That was before I got my job.
Before you got the job with them?
Yeah, with the company that I really, really liked. Like,
okay.
Because I worked with, basically. And then the organization that I worked for, eventually, they have to, because they are literally the government. So everything they came to my house, assessed everything, give me my economic assessments, give me an economic chair, provide everything, text, sound text type of thing, and it was such a beautiful experience. My manager was great, very helpful. I had to work from home some days when it's really cold, because when my hand is exposed to cold, it swells up.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not easy. And I carry it pretty well with a lot of grace. I was for myself, but it's not easy. But I have a beautiful community of people. Like my friends are really helpful. Recently, I went through some health issues in December that almost took my life. Wow. Like, and then like I had a meeting with my family, like, oh, you guys, like serious meetings, like I need help, oh, like, can somebody help me meal prep? Can somebody help me? And then in March, someone's come to me help me meal prep. Like I speak now and they are not like, I beg, I can't do it. It's like they know that if someone doesn't need the help, she wouldn't ask. So I have a beautiful community of people that support, very supportive. Shout out to Remike, Farisola, Tamilore, all my friends, everybody. Zainab, like for my birthday, for instance, like I don't know, like my friend bought me these curlers to curl my hair. The beauty industry needs to be more accessible because there are other ways.
More inclusive.
More inclusive.
Yeah.
There are other ways and also accessible in a sense because there are other ways that something that I feel like you can do, and it's not that hard. Like finding a way to help curl hair, it should not be that difficult. There should be something that even I have ideas in my head, but I won't say them because I want to use them. I want to do them in future and everything that like you can do. But it's like that day I was literally crying, trying to curl my hair because I was like. It's a look at my birthday and I could not get. I know this is a flimsy things,
but they're not really.
They really affect you if that's something that you really care about, right? And then my friend Tamilore, she said, "Tanto, come to my house at 7 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday. I'll curl your hair." And I went there. She cut my hair. My photo shoot came out so good. Like it came out so pretty for my birthday. And I was like, she had church, but she's like, and it now make me feel any type of way. She'll cook for me. Rumike would help me send emails. Like just different things. So even like when I have somebody, like a partner, it's always like, oh, like my friends do a lot for me. And I like it's same as me, but it's also like I can't like with someone I'm dating, I can't feel like a burden. And I always say this thing every time, like I want to marry a very kind man. People like, everybody wants to marry a kind man. I'm like, no, me specifically, I know what I'm saying when I say I need a very kind man as well as very emotionally intelligent that will not make me feel like a burden. Like sometimes like I don't want to say anything. And sometimes I don't say anything with my friends and they know. Like and I feel like I've dated people like that as well. And stuff. And people always ask me, oh, do you have issues dating? When I was back home, I shouldn't date, I was 17. Focus on your books. I had issues. But coming to Canada, like I wouldn't know, but they've never voiced any like, oh, I don't want to be around you because like I've never experienced that.
You've not?
I've not experienced that. Okay. Even with like Nigerian men, like I've not experienced that.
That's really good then.
Yeah, but I don't know if they have their own. Maybe it's like I don't know.
If they didn't say it to your face, they probably didn't have any problem.
Yeah, I don't have anything. It's been helpful. It's really helpful, and like also like I would immediately immediately I'm talking to somebody, like I don't tell them until like maybe I see them because I feel like I don't like if I'm not seeing you physically, that's information for me. And then immediately I'm like, oh, this is my cards on the table because I need to kind of know if this is what you're into. And sometimes like I even forget because I'm used to it. Then it's like, oh, I noticed that you're limping. I'm like, oh, you have a disability, and if it's a problem from then, I will know the way they react and stuff like that.
And I think you actually carry it so well because somebody would have to, I've seen you walk.
Yeah.
I'll have to look before I know that you are limping.
Yeah, my friend was like, that's a man rule. Like I'm always like, the way I walk, you think I'm just, but it's like, oh no, I'm actually, yeah. I feel like my mom really raised me to embody everything that I come with. So it's like, it's hardly to, unless maybe I'm on a very tired day, you would say I'm limping because I would limp. Yeah.
You know how they always say everything has its good side and its bad side?
Yeah.
So what are the good benefits or like the... Because I feel like people will always be asking you, also, what does it take away from you? Has your disability given you anything to be grateful for?
Most definitely. Like my platform, for instance, like somebody asked me, one of my friends asked me, and he said, Tanto, if you could change anything, like, will you change it? I was like, no. I won't go to heal me, like, the pain on the inside, but no, because I think he has given me the grace to give people impact.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes, like, if I'm on the road, I could tell when a little black girl sees me and, like, they're happy, or, like, they're, like, someone that looks like me, she's curvy, she's big, maybe she's not, like, there was a day I was out, and then this girl saw me. She's a little on the curvier side, and she was crying. I said, this one choke. Why are you crying, babe? She's like, oh, you don't know, like when I see you on TikTok, I stutter, I have a disability that is not like, it makes me so happy that you are there. And that's one of the reasons why I create content, because I'm like, my why is extremely important. Like, I need people to know that I'm not, I love aesthetics, I'm cute, but like, this is a ministry for me. This is not more than content creation. It's very important that people see representation that look like me on your platform. You're going to see it. I don't care about the discrimination, the stereotype, the stigma. You're going to see me on your page, okay? You can.
Period.
Okay? Yeah, so the impact really makes, what's it called? Also, it opens opportunities, especially in Canada. Like, there's so many things that you can do if you're Canadian or whatever the case may be that, you know, there's a lot of people, like, sometimes people are nicer depending on how they feel on that day. But one thing that it has done for me is, like, you can't tell me no. In terms of, like, obviously boundaries, but, like, you can't tell me no. I would always find a way. It makes me very innovative and resourceful. Like, my hair took me 2 hours to curl yesterday. I used a small coiler. I used a big coiler. It did not work. I used rollers. I found it worked. It has to work, you know, but it might not be the ultimate result. It might not be the distinct, but for me, I'm grateful. One of my biggest, Philippians 4:19, if I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's like my, literally, because it's like, it speaks to, God is very faithful. He knows everything before things happen. So it speaks to my life every day. So that's one thing. It makes me makes me feel very empowered because I'm able to do things. I just feel like I'll always find a way around like something. It makes me think. Yeah. That's the positive side.
Okay, so you know, we were talking a little while back, and you said you were bullied from middle school till up until like SS1.
Yeah.
So middle school is just S3-ish or just S1.
Middle school is like basically like primary school. So just one, like primary 1 to primary 5.
Yeah.
And then just one to like SS1.
So at what point did you like did a particular incident happen where you were like, that's it, no more shit from you people?
Yeah, I was just tired.
Yeah.
I was just
there
tired.
A particular incident or was it a combination of all?
It was combination, and also because of that girl I told you about that
But could it have been that it was an innocent question from the part of the girl where?
No, that was just one. I'm not talking about the girl that did like, most humble.
Oh,
I think,
yeah.
Yeah, like
that girl.
Yeah, so that from that moment, and then people say, okay, this girl is actually, she's quite funny. She's quite, like, she's nice. Like, you know, I was just really tired, so I would really talk back and be like, you don't do that. Don't call me that. And then, in high school, it was not that bad. It was more of like chit-chat here and there, be hearing voices, like hearing people speak. So it wasn't like to your face. It's just how kids are mean. Like,
kids can be mean.
Can be mean, yeah. And like, so like, it's just that, right? So it wasn't like, oh my God, like fighting me, beating me. No, none of that. My high school didn't even allow stuff like that to happen. So it was just that. And then sometimes teachers would act weird too.
Oh.
Yeah, it was weird. Because I went to a primary school that was very into, you can do it.
Okay.
Like, I did taekwondo, I did PE.
Shout out to your mom.
No, for real. Like, I'm well-rounded, thank God. And thank my mom. I did swimming classes. So then I went to high school, and then they're like, oh, Tanto I used to do track. I used to play basketball. Like, that's why I really like a lot of things, right? And then I got to high school, and I said, oh, we don't want her to follow. We don't want her to. And my mom is like, I've signed. It's okay. Let her do whatever she. I think I went to like a British primary school, and I went to a very not to even put those two together, but I just feel like my high school, they did the best that they could do, but I just felt limited. So she would be like, oh yeah, please, leave her, let her sit down. I'm like, okay, I want to run. I can actually have speed. Like, let me run. So those were like, or the night say, go and do match pass, and I don't want to match. I want to run. I want to talk of war. I want to do things that I actually like doing.
Could you do those things?
Yeah.
Okay. Like
when I was in primary school, I was actually very sporty. Like on Fridays, we would do swimming classes. I used to play tennis in school. So it was still a little limited, but I did them pretty well. And I used to run. I used to at least get second or third. So it wasn't bad. And I used to be a good goalkeeper. And I'll catch the ball. So when I do the things very, like, I'm like, I'm going to prove you wrong. Yeah. Now I don't really care to prove you wrong. I don't know you, I don't care. So, but then it's like, I would go keep, and I would carry the ball, and when I get home, my whole body burns like massaging me. Because like I'm not carrying the ball with just one hand. I'm carrying the ball with everything. So because I was good at it, but it's like that's what I'm like tell you that it's because I have one hand. Don't worry, I will still do it, you know, and stuff like that.
I think I knew this in my head before, but if there's any clarity that this conversation has given me is that, and I think I mentioned it before, but I just kind of want to reiterate it, is that as long as you have love at home, you can face anything that life throws at you outside.
Most
You know, we
definitely.
were watching Squid Game the other time.
Oh, really?
The new one, and there's this guy in it. He was like, they were bullying him and he wasn't saying anything. You know, and my partner and I were like, so mad at him. Like, do something, do something. You know, and then I was there, I'm like, look, they're going to beat me, because I can't fight. But I'm going to talk.
I know, I'm going to talk.
You
will hear me.
And I think it came from, because like I said, my mom, my grandpa, my uncle, like I never for once had to doubt that
They loved me.
That they loved me.
Yeah.
So if there's any parents watching this, I think it's very, very fundamental that you just let your child know, regardless of what the state of your mind is, that
They love you.
That you love them.
Yeah, and even if when they're like older, like 29, they should tell them you love them because like life throws them challenge. There's some things that I'm dealing with right now that I'm like, I feel like my disability humbles me.
Yeah.
Like every time I'll be like, oh, I figured this out. Then I'll turn 28, something else is a problem. It's like, so and I've just come to find that and recently I've been feeling limited a lot. I got come to because I have two businesses. And I don't know why, but the things I like to do are the things that you need two hands to do.
Okay.
Right, like I'm a table skipper, for instance. I do table decoration and I do BTS by Tanto, which is like event content creation, right? And with the table scape, there's a lot of things that you have to do with flowers that I can't do, but I have the vision in my head. I know how to do it. So my friends will be the one to like help me pluck out the flowers or with the camera angles, it's like I know what I want to show for like the wedding person that my object, but it's like I'll tell Rumike, okay, so call the camera like this. And I'm behind her, do like that, do like this, get it for me, and she would get it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. The gift of friendship is a very beautiful thing.
Gift of community.
Yeah, and community, right? Like so, it's like all those kind of things. It's like. It can be limiting because, especially as a business person, like it's very limiting because most times I can't go to listen by myself, depending on how much people are teased. And there's also people that are on the other side, so their clients understanding that okay, this person they better what they do, but maybe a little patience, you know.
Do you think that you're determined because you are on the high functioning side? You think that that's why you have like will, power to want to do things and just like make things happen?
Yeah. I wouldn't know how to answer that question fully because I've not lived it of a very non-functioning side. But I think my upbringing, like I said, I had everything in place. Okay, Tanto wants to cook. There's a non-stick pot that will not get hot, that if you touch her hand, she will not flinch. Like, I had things in place. Tanto wants to use the bathroom. The tiles on the floor are grip tiles, so like if she falls, it's not going to be a bad landing. So I think those things made me think that, okay, you can do anything. So I don't know, but I'm a very positive person. So I think I've been through a lot in life to know that I'm always going to be positive. I had a very hard 2024. And the moment it turned to the night 31st, my friend was like, Tanto, what kind of human being are you? How did you just switch? I'm like, it's perspective, my girl. Like, that year is done. We are like on to the next.
What made it hard?
Oh my God, a lot of something I can't disclose. No. But I faced a lot of like confusion, abandonment. Like, things were just hard. Just like a lot of my trauma came to life. Like when you feel like you don't process a lot of things, I processed a lot. There was just a lot of things that was going on that was like, oh my God, God help me. My health was really horrible. I suffered with PCOS, and PCOS showed me shaking in 2024. Like, I was now out of the hospital a lot. And when you don't have good health, every other thing doesn't make sense. And even if you want to create today or create tomorrow, you would not be able to. So even my content kind of died down last year. Even when I even went to see somebody, she was very happy to see me because she's like, Tanto, you are here, you know. And I really thank God that I'm alive today, like, because it was a tough one, very, very, like, even to see this 2025, I was like, God, you really, I mean, I'm good at literally twins, because of a lot of the things that happened last year, like, it didn't give, I was meant to enter this 2025.
For real?
Yeah, like, December of last year, I feel like I actually almost lost my life. Like, nobody was at home.
Were you at any point suicidal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. This is actually funny. I've never been somebody that, like, you know, but April was the first time I experienced suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
And then I went to call my best friend. I went to her house. I was there for 2 days. Something triggered that that I'm not really disclose right now. But, like, yeah, 19th was when. And then in December, I was already really sick. And therefore, I was hearing, you're already sick. You're not useful like you. And I'm like, I'm so full of life. I don't want to die. Like, you know, like, I'm an enjoyment queen. I love life. This is not to describe anybody that doesn't really enjoy life, but, like, life is beautiful. Life is dynamic, right? It should be enjoyed. And I knew that was not me. That's not something. It's just sometimes when you go to certain things in life, you just want to, I feel like you want to find the easy way. And sometimes death might be the easy way. But also, it was also my health. So I was started at a point, but also my health was really bad. And with PCOS, like, this is the first time I didn't go into details on my page, but it is a lot of high bleeding. Like, a lot of on your period. So when you're bleeding heavily for some amount of time, it's blood that is in your vein now. It's not water. So you keep that's a lot. So I really, really struggled. To compare with, my hand was hurting. The summer was very dark. It was not festive at all.
No.
It wasn't festive. It wasn't. And the thing about it is that all my friends went home. I didn't go home. I was here.
By home, you mean Nigeria?
Yeah, Nigeria, the States, you know. So people around me were not here. So I feel like it's just like, they're really, like, I feel like they was really working against, like, trying to make me be alive, because I feel like people that could help were not around. So I'll be my best. I was literally, on the 23rd of December, I had, like, serious panic attack. Like, I had, like, you know when people say that you have panic attack, I'm like, oh, how does that feel?
Yeah.
I never felt that before in my life. It's like a mental heart attack.
Yeah.
Like, it was extreme. That was my first time. I was just shouting. Rumike was in America. She could not do anything. I was just shouting on the phone, help me. Like, I can't breathe. And I could not breathe. I do not know what was going on with me. And that was the day I was like, you know, Otoge is enough. Tanto, I need you to switch things up, because this is not who you are. Like, and stuff like that. And yes, and then at the same day, I was like, you know, the Canadian health system is not really helping with your PCOS, because PCOS is very, very, it's a lot, it amongst a lot of women, but it affects a lot of ethnic women. When ethnic women are involved, the juice to figure out what's going on is not as, you know. So I've gone to a lot of doctors, gynae. If you live in Canada, the health system here is free, but it's not the greatest, depending on, like, specialist things that you need, like gynecologists and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what, like, the way I was feeling and the way things were happening, I'm like, I need to change my eating, I need to change everything. And honestly, I've never felt as better. I think I'm more focused. There's tunnel vision. I feel better. I look better, you know. And one thing, maybe I'll say it on here. When I'm on a wellness journey, this is not a way to thinness, okay? This is for me to feel good. So please don't come and say, oh, Tanto, you look good, you've lost weight. I don't care for that. That's not why. Weight is not something that I've discussed on my page before. I really like being the way I look. If I lose a little bit of weight because of what I'm doing, that's not my intention. My intention is to feel well. And to feel well mentally and physically. So I don't think you coming to my page and saying, oh, you lost weight, it's not like, oh my God, yeah, like that's fine, like whatever. So, like, I feel like sometimes people think, oh yeah, losing weight, like that's not my focus. My focus is to heal my body and feel wholesome. So I just wanted to make that clear.
Yeah, I think last week I had a fertility doctor on the show.
Oh,
Excuse me, and we were
bless
talking
you.
about PCOS and
Yeah,
endometriosis.
yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah, we were talking about it, and she shared a lot. I feel like you really benefit
Oh, I'm gonna definitely
from the
watch it.
episode.
Yeah.
So, if there was anything that you could tell baby Tanto or like young Tanto, what would it be?
That's my favorite question when people ask me because
Yeah.
it's literally, I don't even know how I didn't tear up today. We love that. But baby Tanto or young Tanto or young Ibukonloa, honestly, I'll tell her that you are so amazing. Like, you don't even understand what the kind of star and the kind of light that you are. You're really great. Like, you're amazing. You're resilient. Like, you make things up through Christ. And you're gonna go. You went through a lot in your like developing years, but you turned out to be the most beautiful girl. You turned out to be very, very like smart and like knowledgeable and very. You're a kind person. You treat people with kindness and respect. And I said this before. I love the woman that you're becoming. And I literally, yeah, I'm kind of obsessed. Like I love who I'm becoming. So yeah, shout out to you. I know you thought that am I going to end it here? But no, you didn't. You persevered through, and right now you're 28, and like you are the best person for now. We are evolving, but you're getting there. And all the trauma that you went through, you are taking responsibility to work through them, and that's the main thing. Like you're not denying them, you're not living in them, you're working through them. And I'm proud of you, girl. You're really good doing it. Yeah, you're doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. So these traumas, are they as a result of the disability?
Yeah, some of them are like also some of them is like just emotional things that you have dealt with, like daddy issues, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Do I have daddy issues? I think I have he's shaking his head. I think I have a little bit
People that
of
like
daddy
your partner.
issues.
Yeah.
But in my sense, my dad paid my school fees. Right? So I think as a result of that, it's conflicting.
It's very
Where it's
conflicting,
like,
yeah. Because
do
they
I
provide
have
for
it?
you.
Do I
yeah.
not have it? But he wasn't like, he had to
Present,
travel for greener
yeah.
pastures or whatever. So he wasn't there.
Yeah.
So if you ask my partner, he'll say yes because he's the one that
Receives it, yeah.
that lives with me and he deals with it. But do you have daddy issues?
I do.
What is daddy issues?
Daddy issues. Daddy issues basically when this one is tough because I've never spoken about it anywhere. So Mory gets dips.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's a honor, by the way, because it's not really an easy conversation.
Yeah, it's not, and I will not go fully into details, but the one I can share, I would.
Yeah, please.
So basically, daddy issues is basically like somewhat of a disconnect with your father.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the easiest way to put it. And it is not easy. Daddy issues can play out in so many ways. For me, it's like abandonment. I feel very abandoned sometimes. Like if you text me, if you say, "Hey, Tanto, I'll be here," and you don't respond, there's this time going on together. Like, I don't know between a beer and this thing. Like, I don't like being ignored.
Yeah.
I don't like it. So like, I don't like feeling less of myself. So if I'm in an environment that made me feel like that, I'm going to take myself out of that situation. So daddy issue, some people it plays out differently.
It plays out differently.
Because some people is like I don't really care for the attention of men. Doesn't play that for me. For me, it's the other way around. I actually don't really feel comfortable around men like that. Like I have a lot of guy friends, and thank God they are so beautiful. Shout out to them. But because I feel like sometimes it's not just friends, it's always something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that really, and I'm really comfortable around women. A lot, like a really. So it's now that I'm trying my best to like open up, and it's been a beautiful. It's nice because men are good people. They're good men out here, right? So daddy issues plays in that. It's very weird, and the triggers are also very weird. Like Enrique can call me now and say something. I'm like, okay, yeah, have a good day. Like if I come to your house and I don't feel welcome, I will leave immediately, no matter who you are. Like that's why I'll ask you, do you want me to come or not? Because if I come and then you're acting a certain way, because that happened between me and my bestie one day, and then I did show up to her house for almost a month and a half. And that's when I go to her house a lot every day, like at least 3 times a week. And I wanted to go, but I could not because of the way I felt rejected. So I hate rejection. And this is not just men or anything. This is just in life. But now I'm finding ways to cope with rejection. And it's like rejection might be redirection in a sense. And just God doesn't want that for you. But I don't like rejection. So that issues plays that well for me. So it's mostly abandonment and the fear of rejection.
Yeah, I kind of think my own daddy issues, I think it comes as, and don't quote me on this, but I was reading something about how girls get their identity, a lot of it from their dad. I mean, it doesn't mean that if you didn't have your dad, you didn't. You adapt, right? I think for me, it's, you can't out ignore me.
No.
Like if and it's crazy because I don't like keeping malice or like holding grudges. Like I don't like how if I could avoid it, I would.
Yeah.
But when it comes to it, you can't out-ignore me. And I think it came from the fact that the person who's supposed to be number one, kind of like in my life, he left.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing that
you can do that with baby.
Yeah, I've already been there. So what you gonna do? Leave? Okay, bye.
See you.
My daddy don't go.
Ooh, girl.
So it's like I think but my grandpa was there, and he was like he was there. He was very bankable. And I'm so grateful for him. And so I think that because of him, I kind of like feel that love where it's like, okay, as long as you are ready to make peace.
Big peace. Oh, most definitely.
I'm always going to be there. I don't hold anything forever.
Yeah, you shouldn't.
And me not chasing you after you abandon me, it's not like I don't want to. It's like, I don't want you to tell me to my face to go. You're already acting like, because it's like, you're going to break me more. So it's kind of like protective. It's like, I'm protecting myself. But it's coming off as
defensive.
But inside I'm like crying and like, I can't really explain it.
It doesn't need to be explained. I don't understand what you're saying.
But you can deal with it, but it's always going to show up in parts of your life.
Literally, like Father's Day, or even like I love this child online. Her name is Nyla B, and like what's it called? And like I don't like that other videos. Like I don't watch them like that. Like I love them, I watch them, but it makes me really teary.
Yeah.
It's a lot of times I don't do. Like I don't watch them. Like, but I just know that for my kids, they're not going to have to struggle with that by the grace of God. And that's why I'm very particular about what I end up with, because it's very important to me for you to be an active husband and a father. Those are two things I don't play about, like, because I know how he has affected me. And honestly, this is going to come up but this has not been said online, but definitely it's a daily struggle. And and it affects you in so many ways that one about me, I'll block Emmanuel. Like for no reason, but like if I feel like I have to, I don't know where I stand with you, I will block you.
And that's kind of protection for yourself.
Yeah.
But somebody who doesn't get it will be like, you're being difficult.
Yeah, I'm not difficult,
like, you don't
but
want to have to relieve
these things. Some people that have been
already
with,
constant.
yeah, but also it's like I need to know where I stand. Like clarity is very, very important to me. I need to know where I stand in your life.
Oh my God, me too. Even like with friendship,
I need to know where I stand.
We have to define it.
Yeah, and if you think I'm extra, then I'm extra.
I'll ask you, what are we on the first date? Like tell me you are nothing and go your way. Instead of like stringing me on. If you like say I'm weird, thank you.
That's fine.
I'm honestly the weirdest person in the world. Yeah, I think
I'm not kind of person that would date somebody for like 2 months and be looking for possible. Like I'm not doing that, and it might seem and this
I'm not doing. Let's see where it goes.
Even when I was on the dating app, the first question I ask you is like, oh, what are you looking for in this? Like not from with me, but your general dating experience. So I kind of put my head to where you are. And some people think that's a little forward, but I don't care what you think about that. That's how I operate, and that's how it makes me happy because I don't want to not be in alignment where I really need to be, because that side of Tanto is not the best side. It's very I don't like being toxic, and I feel like that brings me back there, and I don't like that. I'm in my constant healing journey. I like to sit on things and understand them and think about people's perspective a lot. And I think we should do that as adults. Like we need to have emotional intelligence. It seems like, oh my God, we should all have it, but it's lacking in our generation.
No, it is.
And I think it's very important that you learn, do your test. There's a lot of ICP things online, like go and search it up and do it, because it helps you be a better friend. It helps you be a better partner. It helps you be a better person at your workplace. It helps you know your triggers. And this is not to be too deep, but we're living in a deep world right now. We're living on a floating rock. So maybe actually check it out and see the things that you need to do to be a better person. I feel like as adults, generally, we always know what we are doing. People think, oh, maybe not. Give grace. But also, you too, before you just say something to somebody, think about what
the effects
that it might give on somebody.
Yeah.
You can always think, and when you think, okay, maybe not, let me change because words leave a lasting effect. Yeah.
Yeah. So in your case, did you feel like maybe your daddy left because of your disability, or?
Oh no.
No.
Okay. No. That whole story is it's hard to unpack. I don't want to go into it, but no. I try to. My father loves me. He loves me. He's a beautiful. He's a provider. Is great.
Which is like in my case.
Yeah.
Like all the time, like I love you, daddy. I love you. Like we actually do love each other, but there's just a disconnect.
The absence, and it obviously it's like a ongoing circle of things of like, okay, today we are good, tomorrow, okay, don't talk to me. Like, okay, because like sometimes you say things that I don't want to hear. It's like you say things and like, oh, you're not the first that this will happen to.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean? This is my own life. Or some people don't have fathers. Okay, but you are alive. Like, do you get like, I really don't want to go into it, but it's just so much.
Is it going to come to your wedding?
He will come,
Okay.
He will come. Because he has been, honestly, like, he's not a horrible person.
Okay.
I love my father. I love him so much. And I think we just have some things to work on. I've told him we want to go to therapy together for him to attend my wedding. I hope he comes. But like, there's some things that need to be in place. I hope he doesn't see it. If he did, I love you, okay? Like, this is...
Yeah. And also sometimes, let me save your ass from your dad in case he sees this. Sometimes like these parents too, they're doing...
This is the first time.
They're doing, yeah.
That's what I realized.
My dad lost his mom when he was like, it wasn't even 13 yet.
Oh my God.
You know, so I can empathize with him where like I get, and then his dad also a great dad.
Yeah.
But then he had to remarry.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of different when it's not your mom who's raising you.
Yeah.
Any other person can try. And this is not, I lived with my aunt and she was I lived with her for a while. And she tried her best, like she sheltered me, she like, so with my mom says something, I can say, Mommy, I don't like this thing.
Yeah.
And we can talk it out. I can say that to my aunt.
Yeah, it's different dynamics.
You can't talk back, like it's just different, right? So it's like, I can understand where maybe he's on, and I don't think my father believes in therapy, you know, or like trying to understand why certain things happen. I don't even think he tries to process. He just thinks life is the way it is.
I feel like if you say something that triggers me, where I say moving on, maybe like let me explain why it triggers me, and maybe you can apologize.
But then they don't get it.
They don't get it. But they need
people
to.
from their generation, it's like there are a few of them that do.
Yeah, my mom does.
There are a few, but these ones, you know, because it takes a lot of like humbling yourself.
Oh, most definitely.
To be able to accept that something that you've believed all your life might be a lie or might be flawed.
Right.
And then men of their generation with their ego, African men, to sit down and say all the things you believed all your life is flawed.
Yeah.
They would rather walk naked.
Literally, they would rather walk naked.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So we do empathize with the parents.
We do.
Especially the ones that make effort by providing.
Oh, most definitely. We do empathize. And it's not easy. I always tell you guys, please be kind to your parents. I'm really trying this year to bring my mom more, to be nicer, because she's just a girl.
She's just a girl. And our dads, we say your mom is just a girl. Our dads are just
boys. Yeah,
too,
literally.
You know? And it's worse for them because
there's
no
so much
empathy
pressure.
for them.
Yeah, that's one thing. At a point in my life, I really wanted to be a counselor for Black men. Like I'm really passionate about like Black men and their mental health, because it's like I know like they're responsible for their health, but also the world is a really weird place
for men.
For men generally, especially Black men.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult. But I think there's also some responsibility that you need to take as a human being generally, and I feel like a lot of black men may not do that because black men will also suffer with a lot of struggles.
Or women in general.
Women in
I feel like when you
general.
compare the story of what women have to go through to what men have to go through,
it's like not the same thing.
Yeah, it's like it overshadows theirs, but it doesn't take away the fact that they also
struggle
their own
and then
things
they
going
put
on
their
with-
identity in like what they have, their value, and when they don't have that value,
It's like, so
they
what
seem
are you
useless.
useful for?
Yeah, and that's not, you are literally, I'm not me preaching to you guys, but you're more than your money. I mean, your money is good, but like,
your money is
we
good.
love your money, child.
Your money is good.
But like, you're more than your money. You have a soul inside of you. So try and find that soul and develop it.
And a lot of time, that soul is what matters.
Yeah,
money
it does.
comes and it goes.
Money comes and goes,
And
though,
anybody can make it.
Literally, anybody.
But it's what you have.
What you have.
What you can offer.
A character.
Yeah.
As I say, a lot of people that are rich, not everybody is rich, but a lot of people that are born in wealth, they are not even funny. Like, there's no personality. There's nothing to, like, sometimes there's nothing to explain because it's like, you don't develop a character as a person. Money is good, but you need to be a decent person.
Some of them are cool, though. Like,
most definitely.
Yeah, but the ones that they raised right, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Like, trust me, some people, I'm from a pretty comfortable family, and like, I think learning how, like knowing when your parents teach you, okay, this value of money, treat people nicely, people that are under you nicely. Those are important principles that people need to learn, and I think it also helps you build character. Like, for example, like, me and Tanto, I love her. She's not my girl. I think she's a phenomenal woman. Because even as far as she works, she tries her best to shop as herself. So I don't really like the whole. I want my kids to be Nepo babies. I want Nepo babies as children.
You want what?
Nepo babies. I want my kids to have the affluence that they don't have to worry about money, but then they will know the value of money. I'm not against Nepo babies.
Did you say Nepo babies?
Nepo babies.
Nepo babies. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I want them. I want them to have that.
Yeah.
So I'm not really against the hate for them. I understand like privilege is there, but they came to this is the life that God called them to.
And you don't necessarily have to suffer, really.
Yeah, you don't have to suffer.
People like to glorify suffering.
And I really hate the glorify.
And that's why sometimes when you see somebody who's even like comfortable,
it's a problem.
They'll come and be like somebody who came from a comfortable home or who has money. They'll come and be from in humble background.
Yeah, I have had to stop like humbly, like I'm only humble in terms of what the Bible says and everything, but like this whole like having to put yourself down, somebody can feel okay. I don't like it, and I don't think also pocket watching, because also being a creator on these apps is another ball game. Mory, people like, oh, how did she afford that house? I'm like, oh no, like I'm working. I work hard to have like the small thing. It's very, me, this like I used to tell God, millionaire is good, but I just want to be able to travel 6 times a year. I have kids in my name that I'm paying their school fees. So like kids that have my last name, maybe they're 5 or 6. They live the same life that my kids will live. Give back my businesses, support inclusive things. That's it. Yeah. And travel and enjoy. Like I'm not for, oh my God, I'm for building wealth, but not like, oh my God, money. Do you get like?
Tanto, you need money to travel 6 times a year.
That's what I'm saying. Like the money come. That's money. Exactly. It's money.
It's a lot. And you need money to send 5 people to school in your name, apart from your kids.
No.
So yes, money. But, not all money.
Yeah. Oh, girl, it's money to keep this beauty. It's not. It's dollars. It's dollars, okay? So like, and that's the reason why I try my best to work hard. But like on the internet, it seems because also you guys, angles matter. It's not. Please, I try my best to appear as I am in life. Like right now, I have a couch in my house, and I've lived there for almost a year and a half. Because things happen, right?
That's why we always say internet is not real.
Yeah, but I also think that like sometimes that word can be a little detrimental. Because what I live online is basically what I live in real life, what I live online. I try my best to be authentic. Obviously, I'm not going to share my whole life. I feel like sometimes people are going through things. They are, but some people are also enjoying But
everybody's going through things. And I feel like the onus is on you actually to understand that for you to have things going bad, not bad for you, but for you to have rock and rolls, right? It means somebody else also has it.
Literally,
so the fact that you're not posting yours, it means that they're not posting theirs.
It's literally not rocket science.
I mean, nobody, like, you shouldn't compare your life to. I stand by it.
Yeah, I know Instagram.
What is
Instagram that literally. That's what I would say. I love the community of social. Sorry for cutting you short, please.
Yeah, no.
I love content creation. I love the art. I don't love the space. I think it definitely fosters a lot of comparison, even if you don't want to compare. Even if you think you are. For someone like me, I'm very confident. I think so. Some things I didn't care about that I started caring about when I started becoming a social and being popular, being known. Oh, I don't want to go to the store looking like this because somebody might see me. There's also a lot of things. Oh, glass skin. Oh, this. Oh, that. All of those things. I feel like definitely fosters that, but you also have to strengthen yourself and work on yourself a lot to know that okay, there's only one of you. If you have that mindset that there's only one of you, there's only one Mory, there's only one Miriam. That mindset is very, very good. And then it's like, even if you fall short, imposter syndrome is a thing. Like right now, I'm currently pivoted into a different space, which is like wellness. And there's a lot of, wellness is very, quote unquote, white.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people on my For You page are like a bunch of white women, nothing against them. But I don't see people that look like me. So I have imposter syndrome. And a lot of the times, I feel like I want to, because I'm doing an aesthetic smooth, doesn't mean I'm not use Afrobeat. And I'm working late. I want to use Whiskey or Davido. And it's like having to know that, okay, Tanto, I'm an African, I'm a Nigerian girl. I love this. I'm working late, but I want to use...
If I tell
you say I love you, but it's still the same. But I realize that it also cuts down how I'm perceived. But I'm trying to break those barriers because it's like I'm one else. I'm aesthetic. I'm everything.
And that's okay though. Eventually, people will catch on.
They'll figure it out. Gloria, for instance, that girl, she's not even Nigerian. But her tongue taste is quite insane. Like she does a lot of Afrobeat and everything, and she's one of like international like beauty girl, like black girls and stuff. So it's like. Just knowing who you are, constantly knowing who you are. One thing I preach a lot is authenticity.
Yeah.
Like it's very...
Stay true to yourself.
It's hard in the world that we live in.
I don't think it's hard.
You don't think it's hard?
I don't think... Okay, this is your story. This is your...
No, but you can... this thing now.
I feel like it's even easier to stay you. That way you don't have to think...
It's not more mental gymnastics, yeah.
I think that way you don't have to think, what do I have to do? Right?
Yeah.
What do I have to wear? Because you just... And what I always tell people is... No matter how bad you think your character is, there's somebody just like you.
Literally.
And they're going to find you. You know, so it's easier, I feel like. Your brain sometimes may try to convince you otherwise. But the moment that you start to ease into the authentic you show up authentically you have no image to uphold. It's easy for you.
I think I think in this age of social media, it can be hard for especially a lot of kids growing up.
And that's why kids should not be on social
media. I think so too.
Until
but
they're
also,
17.
literally, but even at 17, 18, 19, one thing I always do, because I feel like a lot of my content is for other little, like, not little, but like growing black girls and stuff. It's like I try my best to be as, this is what I have, this is what I have. If I'm not working, I might not say I'm not working, but I'm not going to tell you that I'm a full-time content creator.
But that's you, right? You can't control what somebody else does. And that's why it's important, again, love at home. Build your child to be solid and know.
But adults don't be true to themselves. So it's not
and that's
even
the ones that don't have love. And maybe that came out the wrong way.
Yeah.
You know, it's foundational. A lot of these things, nobody grows up to be weird.
Yeah.
They were conditioned.
That's fair.
It's always like, and that's what I've come to realize. Whatever it is you're doing in your adulthood is what has been deposited to you as a child.
Because those are the formative years of your life, literally.
And they're very, very important.
Very important.
And shouldn't be taken for granted. And if you see that, because there comes a time in your life where you can't be blaming your childhood forever. You have to take action.
That's what I'm saying, responsibility.
Yeah, and then so when it comes to that time where you feel like you need help, you should totally get help. I recommend therapy. I recommend speaking to somebody that you trust, that you feel like can help you. This has been a very wholesome conversation.
Oh, I really loved it as well.
Yeah, we went from talking about your struggles to realizing that we have daddy issues. Should we chase to that?
I mean, that's not trauma bond, but I mean, we're working through them. That's the most important thing, though.
That's what's important. So it's not like we're wearing it as a badge of honor.
It's not a badge of honor.
We understand that we have things to work on. But I enjoyed
Oh really? Oh, this is. I
conversation.
feel so honored because like, Mory, I have to give people their flowers when they're alive. I've literally like followed you for so long,
Oh,
and like before like we became in the same area, the same distance. I
yeah,
remember messaging you
yeah.
about my YouTube video like back in the day, like 3-4 years. Probably if you go up my Instagram message, you would see.
Really?
And you're like, oh yeah, sure, girl, you helped me to repost it. And now, at the time I was even,
Did
nobody
I
knew
repost
me.
it?
You did.
Oh,
And I was
yeah.
like, oh, I really like her. And I was like, oh, she's really nice. And then you followed me at some time.
Oh.
So I was like, even when I'm like, okay, I have somewhat of like an exposure now, but I was like, that, I don't forget what people do for me.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, oh, Mory has just been beautiful. So when you came to Canada, I was so happy. I was like, oh, Mory's Canada now. So like, I don't like to pretend like I don't know what is happening. So I'm definitely giving you. You're so beautiful. Your heart is so kind. And like I've followed you for a long time, and I've always thought you were an awesome person because people. I curate my Instagram. I don't play about the energies that are around me.
Yeah.
So it's very. Like, I just want to let you know that you're amazing, girl.
Thank you so much, Tanto.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you. Bye, guys. This is going to be all for now.
Yeah. Bye, guys. See you later, alligator.